Do you think now that Rory's finally done it, he's completed it, that he is going to change in any way? Like, or is he just going to continue to want to be can he kind of like rest now? It's like Thanos when he finally snapped away half the universe. He can rest now. Breakfast Ball Cart Jams is currently at 1 hour and 16 minutes.
Ooh, okay.
There's 470 of you jokers listening to it on the golf course.
You fucking jokesters.
And every time we put a song on here, it's added pressure for us.
And every time we forget to add songs during the week, we hear about it.
Yeah, it's kind of becoming an every other week situation.
Which is good, though. Like, that's the accountability that we need.
To be fair, last week I did already put my song on there, and then we just forgot to say it.
Gotcha.
So my song was already on there, so they did get a taste of it. And I think it's going to be controversial.
Okay.
It's a sleeper. It's a song you forget exists. And then when you hear it, you cannot help yourself but hum to it at the very least. And I think that's a sign of a good golf song. It is Pieces of Me by Ashley Simpson. You know it.
You know it.
I do. I'm dude, for sure.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I think it's nostalgic songs like that, or maybe like an Avril Lavigne, that it always, for some reason, whether like, I don't know, personally, I'm a much more bigger fan of like right now in life than I was like back when I was 12 to 16 or whatever,
Yep.
which is like when I was listening to that shit. But for some reason, it always brings back.
It makes you feel good.
It makes you feel good.
You like, for me, when I hear that song, I think about being at the Washington Park baseball field in Detroit Lakes for
Sure.
some reason, just cruising around in the summer.
Yeah. Just speaking of songs in like sporting events, whatever the song called is, like, do the John Wall.
John, yeah,
That's it.
got it.
They're
That's
still
the name of it.
still playing that at high school basketball.
Oh
games.
yeah, dude.
It's
It's insane.
It was in, and then it made its way out, and then now it's at that stage because it was in when I was in like early middle school, but
Okay.
by the time I hit high school, it was out, and now it's back.
Because it dropped when we were in high school.
Mhm.
And then No Hands by
Oh, yeah.
Waka Flocka.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
That song has never gone anywhere.
No, yeah, it's still there. But yeah, it puts you in a great mood, as does that song.
Speaking of nostalgia, my second pick to make up for last week, my pick for this week is Gimme One Reason by Tracy Chapman. Just another good vibes cruising song.
Phenomenal vibe, Tyler. Two great picks by you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was thinking you were going Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
No,
It's not a golf. I don't.
not a golf song.
No, I mean, if you break the lyrics down, it's actually like it's kind of a sad song.
It is. And this might be an ice cold take, but Gimme One Reason, I think, is a significantly better song.
Okay. Yeah. I think I like Fast Car because of the Luke Combs cover.
Fast Car is a great song, but I think
Yeah.
Gimme One Reason is just extremely slept on when you're looking at the Tracy Chapman catalog.
No, I 100% agree. Okay. Nope. Those are good ones. And if anyone picks Friday by Rebecca Black, when I talk about nostalgia, we'll see the playlist follows drop drastically.
I think
Just put like one like
people will start reporting my Spotify.
auto detonation song. Like that's like the one just kill switch song on there.
Agreed.
It's like, all
Yeah.
right, turn it off.
That's the, skip. Okay. So my first song for this week, Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
There we
I had to
go.
throw some Coldplay in there because I've been on a kick lately. Can you imagine just running down the fairway with this thing blasting on the speaker? I used to rule the world.
Yes.
And then we are going to go with, I just want to get a quick preview up. We're going to go Free Fallin' by Tom Petty.
Nice. I think now Tom Petty, I think, is the most featured artist on Breakfast Ball Cart Jams.
Yeah, it's
So
one.
3?
He's one of those
Yep.
artists where, I mean,
He
you can
gets
go
it.
back to him at any time, and it's gonna hit the same.
Yeah, we got I Won't Back Down, Free Fallin', and Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Mhm.
Nice. Yeah, Tom Petty. I wonder if he hit the links at
Fucking
all.
more like Tom Putty.
Good one. So yeah, that's what I got for this week.
All right, hit us, wild card.
Yeah, Ryan, it's funny that you mentioned Avril Lavigne.
Fuck yeah, here we
Because
go.
my first song is Complicated by
Love it.
Avril Lavigne.
Love it.
Dude, let's fucking go, you guys.
We're on fucking fire.
I don't care what anybody like.
Okay,
I don't
so-
care who you are, what you like. That song is catchy and it's good.
It's a great song. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Okay, so when you guys when you hear these songs, like if one of us says a song and then you hear it, do you picture yourself in any specific location and whether it would hit or not?
Well, when I think about this playlist, I'm thinking about it hitting on the golf course.
Right, but any specific golf course or hole that you think of?
Not necessarily. I do think of like more of a scramble. In my head, when I'm picking this, I'm like, what's going to make my scramble team in a better mood?
Okay. The only reason I ask is because every single song, for some odd reason, and this hole is like not even that memorable. It's hole 16 at Thumper Pond, driving down the fairway. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Don't put that one on there.
You're taking yourself to a place. You're happy.
I am.
Place.
Yeah.
I like that.
I am, yeah.
Hey, that's good. You're thinking about taking yourself to your happy place before you're picking these songs.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
great. I love it. I wanted to go with like a different vibe for the second song. I don't want to go anything even close. So my next one is They Reminisce Over You by Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Please play that. I have no idea.
Swear it on. You've
I don't think I've ever heard this.
never heard this?
No.
This is a classic. This is like
This is very 90s rap. It gives me like Let Me Clear My Throat vibes.
Yeah,
like
this
DJ
was-
Cool.
Yeah.
This
It
was
kind of
in-
like gives me like Run DMC vibes.
what put me onto it is it was on I think Madden 12, something like that. So as a kid, it's like you think that that's just like a really popular song, and I just kind of grew up listening to it. So
Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of like
We have zero rap, no
Mhm.
hip hop
and
whatsoever.
I don't want to be like too crazy with it, and I feel like everyone can get on board with a little bit of some 90s boom bap. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
There you have it.
She's shaping up. We're at 1 hour and 33 minutes.
Okay, so we've pretty much covered a nine hole round.
Yeah, we've covered 9 holes on a Wednesday.
Okay,
On a quick day on the course.
Wednesday at 11
Yep.
a.m.
Yep. Not a lot of traffic.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, dude. So we did get out golfing last week.
We did.
and I think we'll talk about that second segment.
We have to. We have to talk about obviously the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, what else is
how
there to
can we
talk about
not?
right now? Again, it's a tradition unlike any other.
Before we talk about it, though, we do have one other thing we got to talk about first. Our presenting sponsor, Nicolay Law.
Russell Nicolay.
Russell Nicolay. He's like I think I've said this before. He's like a security blanket. It's like you've got that blanket you've carried around as a kid that makes you feel good, makes you feel safe. Me just having Russell's number in my phone makes me feel safe.
It's like a weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Kind of just
Yeah,
it's supposed to
anxiety
decrease
blanket.
anxiety. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can do whatever I want. I can play football in the yard at work and know that if I ever needed to get out of financial trouble because of an injury, I can call Russell and just
Yeah.
feel safe.
Yeah, and we're not referring to a wet blanket because someone who is referred to as a wet
We're
blanket
not.
has just the dullest personality ever. This is
Russell's
complete
the opposite of dull.
We're talking weighted blanket here. Take the anxiety away. You get injured at work, you get injured, and just have questions. He's the guy to call.
Mm-hmm. He is. And go to his website as well, nicolaylaw.com. Check him out.
Okay, like I was saying, a tradition unlike any other. That is turning your cellular data off on the Masters app or deleting it
Why?
because the Masters is over.
Oh, I thought you meant like this weekend. Like, why would you turn the app off?
No, once the Masters is done, you turn the cellular data
Okay.
off, or you delete the app until next year.
I've never downloaded the Masters app. Is it worth the shit? I just use ESPN.
Are you fucking?
No. Do
kidding
you have
me
the
right
Masters
now?
app? Yeah, you're the minority in here.
You guys are the minority in the entire golf community.
How?
We've talked about this, you guys. The Masters app is one of the best streaming apps for anything on planet Earth. You can pick
For anything?
You can favorite certain players, and it will just go shot by shot of
yeah.
your favorite players. You guys, the Masters app is awesome.
Yeah, I guess I forgot you telling me about it.
Because, like, say, hey, in the first 3 rounds, they give Bryson DeChambeau no coverage at all. So it's like, well, I want to see him do as well as he's doing. The only way I can really do that is on the Masters app.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll get it next year.
You guys, it's awesome.
You got to remind me next year, though, in like March.
Well, like the first week of April.
Yeah. But if you remind me in March, then I'll get it ready to go.
Take you 2 weeks to download, and then
it'd take me 2 weeks to learn it.
Okay.
To really dive into I like to know my apps.
You guys, yeah, I would even suggest going in there now and checking out, because the Masters app is awesome.
Okay. That's a nice piece of advice, because I just watch the leaderboard on ESPN.
Yeah, and you can do that too, but this way you can pick your favorited players, and it just goes shot by shot by shot by shot of your favorited players.
Well, that would have been pretty boring for me, because none of my favorite players did anything.
Oh, regarding support,
No. Anyway, I genuinely believe this was the most fun Masters in the last 5 years. And I think it was a ton of fun to watch.
I mean, I think everyone would be on board with you.
I think so. Because like we had Scotty's first one, he absolutely ran away from Cam Smith on Sunday.
Yep.
And then it was John Rahm, which that was a pretty good one, but it wasn't like anything crazy happened. Everyone was just fucking waiting for Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah. Yep.
And then last year, the main drama point was Scotty getting arrested, which really didn't have anything to do with the golf.
That was in the Masters.
It was a week before Masters, right?
It's a good question. I'm not entirely sure.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was in the Masters tournament.
Okay.
But regardless, leading in.
Anyway.
Leading up.
And then everything, dude. There were so many cool storylines. Fred Couples breaking the old guy record.
Unbelievable.
You got another Live versus PGA in the final pairing. You've got Rory chasing the Grand Slam. And the Sunday round was insane. Rory shot the craziest 73 I've ever seen.
You want to keep going, or you want me to?
Please jump in.
No, I couldn't agree more with any of your points. It's to me, to watching that Sunday round. I mean, it brought me right back to the U.S. Open when it was Bryson and Rory in the final group. The bunker shot on 18 that DeChambeau hit, which actually he just got a plaque. They made a plaque for Bryson DeChambeau to put next to that bunker that he hit that bunker shot out of. So it will live at Pinehurst forever.
That's cool.
Very cool. So to see those two back up against each other. And then, the storyline of like, you hear the story from the Augusta resident who lives like close to the golf course.
I haven't heard this story.
So before the third round, Bryson DeChambeau just went out for a walk around the neighborhood from the house he was staying at. And he saw some lights. And so like him and whoever he was with, like started to approach these lights. And it's this resident of Augusta who it's like a 70 by 30 or 70 by 40 foot putting green. And so they start walking up to these lights and they see this guy out there putting, and they end up just going to putt with this guy and bullshit with him for however long. So it was super cool. Like apparently he was walking through the shadows, and I don't know, he must have said to the guy like, "Hey, I'm Bryson DeChambeau," and then the guy was like, "Well, yeah, and I'm Jack Nicklaus," thinking that he was bullshitting him. And he ends up walking up, and they just like went and putted together.
That's cool.
So that was a cool storyline, but nothing can beat the Grand Slam on the line.
No, it was, and we've obviously, you guys know this, we've talked a lot of Rory shit in the last 2 months, mostly just off his personality. But I think it took till the playoff hole for me to actually root for him. Like it wasn't like I was rooting against him.
Yep.
But for me to actually want him to get it.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
And then when he sinks the putt to win on the playoff hole, homie collapses and starts sobbing. It was just like, holy shit. the man has been carrying a lot, and all of that pressure is now off his shoulders. For the last 3 years, he speaking out against Liv just vehemently, and that just to have Monahan go behind his back and betray him and make him look like a fool.
Yeah.
All the shit with his wife, the divorce with his wife that is now canceled, and then all the stuff with the stealing the phones and kind of becoming a villain,
Yep.
and the Shooter McGavin image and all that, he with just the Grand Slam looming. Every Masters for the last 4 years has been, how long is it going to take Rory to get the Grand Slam? I saw the fucking graphic about how many attempts it took the other Grand Slam winners, and it's like 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, Rory 11, and I saw that graphic 100 times.
Yeah.
And for that, the pressure to finally be off is crazy, and you could physically see it.
When I think, and you said you started rooting for him after like going into the playoff hole. I think it's probably because how much of an emotional roller coaster that round.
Oh my
was.
God,
To
dude!
double number 1 and
Mhm.
then to double, what was it, number 13?
It's like 13 and 14, you like doubled and bogeyed, and it was like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, dude! So hole 1, he's like, all right,
It's a 3 shots. It was a 3-shot swing
on hole
in
1.
hole 1.
Yep, and I was like, he's choking. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
Absolutely over. And then he just chipped away back at the lead, got the lead back, and it looked like he was going to run away with it. And then, holy shit, he's choking again on 13 and 14.
Yeah.
And then to come back, bounce back, and then have that incredible draw on 17 to put it within like 3 feet around the trees.
Yes. Oh my God. A 6-iron from like, what was it? Was it 200 something or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was one of the most incredible golf shots I've ever seen. And then for him to miss the putt.
Yeah. To miss it on 17, you're saying? Or to miss it on
So
18?
he did. So he missed it on both.
Yes, I know. So to miss it on
Right.
17 and then to follow it up, miss it. Dude,
I just think the shot on 17 was a crazier approach shot than the one on 18. But to miss
the one
it,
on 18 was it was nothing crazy.
but it was
like
just a good shot.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think, I don't know, he was probably, what was he, like 8 to 12 feet on number 18 for the putt?
I think a little bit closer because they'd showed a replay of him making that same putt like 4 more times that day.
Gotcha.
It was a makeable putt.
Yeah. Well, yes. It like a professional makes that probably, I don't know. Again, they have percentages. I don't know. It might be like a 60, 70, 80% make on that putt. And me sitting at home, like I can't tell you how nervous I was.
Right.
Dude, I get nervous trying to putt a 2-footer in to win $10 off my buddy on a single hole.
For sure.
And now to complete the Grand Slam, to win the Masters, and to try and avoid a playoff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine what was going through his mind during that putt.
And
Could have been nothing though.
life imitates art. Damn near identical putt to win it again on the playoff hole. Same hole.
Much closer. And this one,
I don't think it was that much closer.
It was. Can we look those up?
Look up Rory misses putt on 18, and then Rory wins Masters, and we'll get a good vibe.
Because the putt in regulation on 18 was it was like damn near pin high, and then the putt in the playoff hole, he was above the pin,
Okay.
putting back back towards the tee box. But even the putt in the playoff hole, like it almost squeaked left.
It did. I thought it was going to catch the lip and lip out.
Yeah. Granted, like he would have pushed the hole. They would have went to another playoff.
They would have.
But regardless. And so going back to like his tee shot in the playoff hole, like he hit a really good tee shot on 18 during regulation. He hits what I feel like maybe even a little bit better tee shot, damn near the same shot, but I think he was like 2 yards closer.
Yep.
And he wasn't as close to the bunker. What do you got?
They were both 4-foot putts.
No shit.
Yeah, I am pretty sure they were damn near identical.
So it says here, it says on sports, here on Newsweek, it says Rory misses 4-foot putt. Rory misses 4-foot putt to win the Masters, adding to heartbreak.
When was the article posted?
That was to win the Masters on 18.
Right.
So they probably posted that right away.
Okay.
You keep looking.
Yeah, you find it.
So even like the nerves going through me on his tee shot, because after Rose hit a really good tee shot, why am I getting nervous right now? I'm just a spectator, casual at home.
Okay, what was your reaction when he missed the putt to win on 18?
Hands went to cover my temples, and I just let out a big sigh.
Yeah, I damn near knocked my grandma over.
Really?
It was me, grandma, grandpa watching in the living room, and I was standing there like a dad does, arms crossed, watching. And he missed it, and I just like grabbed her, and I was like, "No way!"
Ooh!
And she almost like fell over. I was like, "I'm sorry."
What was G Dave's reaction?
He was locked in on his phone. I'm like, "Will you fucking pay attention?"
Those old people on their phones.
Well, his problem is he's got Bluetooth hearing aids.
Yeah.
So when his phone's on, it is nothing else is getting in those ears.
Phone's on, no one's home.
Yep.
Yeah. So to see his approach shot on the playoff hole and to watch it then spin back and get closer and closer and closer, I'm like, there's no way he can miss this.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see it, I don't know, assuming he thought it was going to maybe break a little bit right, and it didn't really, but it was like left center.
Yep.
And it squeaked in. It was, as a 31-year-old man, I had to swallow down the knot in my throat.
Right.
For probably the next 5 to 10 minutes. And then you get the celebration and drop into the knees, and then you get all the hugs, and like I'm like, dude, I might have to just look away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because am I so emotional right now?
The most emotional I got is when he hugged Poppy.
Yeah, oh yeah, for 100%.
Dude, homie lost it when he hugged his daughter.
Because it brought me back anyway to when Tiger hugged Charlie after his 2019 Masters win.
Yep.
A cool thing about the iconic photo of Rory dropping to his knees, hands over his head. Let me show you the photo right here. This photo.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you know who took that photo?
No idea.
Ken Griffey Jr.
What?
Shut up.
Ken Griffey Jr. he's a credentialed photographer.
That's
for
cool.
sporting events. It's
shit.
Unbelievable. I know I'm pretty sure he's taken photos of like Major League Baseball or the World Series, maybe some like very, very high end events.
Huh. That's super cool.
So yeah, this photo was taken by Ken Griffey Jr.
That's pretty cool.
Which is kind of sweet.
That's super sweet. I do have one thing I want to say about Rory's celebration. So beside him falling to the ground, when Rory celebrates, like gets excited, celebrates when he like fist bumps and shit.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a little kid. He celebrates weird. He like too much body. You got just replay his celebration, dude, and picture your 2-year-old son trying to fist bump.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Rory celebrates like a little kid.
I can't think about it right now, but now I'm gonna look at it and laugh.
I have the video in my head now.
It's like when you see Tiger celebrate, right? It's like that is a grown adult, jacked up, right? Fucking the body language matches. He's fucking fired up. Rory kind of is like too much body, and his head's like that. And I've noticed it for the last 2 years that Rory fist bumps and celebrates really weird.
That's a very interesting take I've never really thought about.
See? Am I right?
Yeah. I just thought this was after he won the Masters, after he kind of gave his round of hugs. He's out there like double fist bumping, but it does kind of look like a little bit of like a 2-year-old temper tantrum.
The thing that I'm thinking of mostly is like when he gets up from the ground after sobbing and is finally like letting out a roar of accomplishment,
the excitement and joy.
Yes, like the emotions washed over. Now it's time to like he's pumped. He gets pumped like a kid.
He ended up throwing his hat down. I don't think he intended to throw his hat.
I don't think so
it
either.
Slipped, because the fist pump was so hard and so aggressively forward. I think the hat slipped out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, and like there probably is a little bit of little kid coming out of him at that
for
moment.
sure.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with
no.
Celebrate how you want to celebrate, but it's just something that I've always noticed about Rory is he fist bumps weird.
Yeah, dude. fuck this professional athlete. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to celebrate.
Did you find those putts yet?
Yeah, I did. So according to ESPN, he made a 2-foot putt to win it, and he missed about a 5-foot putt on 18.
Okay, yeah. So
it was off.
yeah, it must have been depth perception wise. I was thinking it was like 8 to 12 feet.
Approximately 5 feet, according to Daily Mail and ESPN.
Yeah, that 2-footer, dude. I would have fucking missed that 9 out of 10 times.
I'd put it fucking 6 feet past.
For sure. The one thing, and I told you about this yesterday, that I haven't seen anybody talk about, which I don't know how it hasn't been brought to light, was the putter toss on the celebration.
Yeah.
And what that did to the green after it hit the ground.
And I still stand by what I told you yesterday. It could have destroyed a 2-foot patch of green, which it definitely didn't. No one's going to care.
No, for sure. And I don't care either. I think you're not thinking about the harming the green in that situation. I genuinely wanted to see what it did to the green because it's, they could have had that thing turned around in 30 minutes. It was brand new.
It was fixed the next day.
Yeah.
Actually, if it did gouge up, they probably saved that piece of green and gave it to Rory.
Probably. That would have been kind of cool.
No.
Grow it in the backyard.
Nope.
But I was just genuinely curious as to what it did because Rory swings a mallet. And it's like, if that thing sticks in that fucking,
just javelins into the green.
Yeah.
And then
throw him in jail.
Rory's grand slam is tainted by course misconduct.
Yep. Sorry.
No, one thing I think that obviously is going to get overshadowed because Rory won. Justin Rose's putt to force the playoff.
Insane.
Unreal putt. Like considering the stakes, he had to give himself a chance, and his only chance was to sink his 35-footer.
Yep. And
absolutely drained it, and then just had to just wait for Rory to fuck up, and he did. And also another storyline that's gonna be overshadowed. That's Justin Rose's second Masters playoff loss.
I know.
So he lost to Sergio in 2017.
I believe 2017. Yep.
2017 in another playoff. So he's the only person in Masters history to be in 2 playoffs and lose them both.
And I think he would. I'll speak for him. He would have much rather lost in a playoff to Rory, who they've known each other for how long? They've won Ryder Cups together. They've played in multiple Ryder Cups together. They're homies. They're both European. Losing to Rory versus Sergio Garcia is probably an easier loss to deal with, but regardless, and for Rory to see one of your close friends complete the Grand Slam, but also
can you look up? I think Justin Rose won a Masters.
Nope.
He never has.
Nope.
Okay, so that's kind of a real huge kick in the nuts to lose 2 in a playoff.
I know.
Runner up 3 times.
Fuck.
2013, 2017, 2025.
Greg Norman.
Fuck, dude, that sucks, Norman. Justin.
I feel like the little documentary about this year's Masters, at least a documentary about this year's Masters would be incredibly interesting.
So many storylines because
it come down to the wire. Bunch of storylines
literally any other year.
Justin
Rose is the headline. Any other year at the Masters, Justin Rose losing his 3rd Masters, his 2nd one in a playoff is the headline.
For sure. And
if Scotty would have won, the headline is Justin Rose, not Scotty.
And I think because now the Grand Slam is complete, I think going into next year that could be a talking point where how is Justin Rose going to deal with last year's?
Yeah, he's not really relevant.
He's not super polarizing by any means, but
he's never in any headlines or never in any golf news because he's getting old and he's not doing this nearly as much.
Right. It's interesting. There was one other thing I was going to bring up. Justin Rose playoff.
Oh, a little hometown hero action. Tom Hoagie played super well.
Yeah. I think it's 200 to start the last day.
Yep. Fargo resident. He placed top 20. Did he not?
I don't know. And I always think you placed 15th in the Masters. Shoot, you didn't win. But like, I wonder if these guys ever think about like, okay, cool. Like I just secured another $500,000.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if they ever think about the money when it comes to that, because they already have a lot of money.
hell yeah. Did you see Ludwig after his choke?
Yeah, he lost $500,000
Yeah.
on the triple or double bogey he got on 72nd hole. But I wonder, like, I don't even think that stuff is relevant to these guys anymore, because they're already making so much money in other tournaments and sponsorships and all that type of stuff. I don't even think money matters.
Yeah. Tom Hoagie tied 14.
Wow. Let's go.
And like, yeah, Justin Rose, for obviously you miss out on the green jacket and the trophy, but he still won $4.2 million. And I think first place is like 6. So yes, you lose out on quite a bit, but 4.2 is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I think I have the payouts.
Yeah, I was just looking that up.
Excuse me. Rory won 4.2.
Yeah, Rory 4.2, Justin Rose 2.27, Patrick Reed 1.43, Scotty 1.01, and then it's anywhere from like 800,000 down to like 588 for the other guys in the top 10.
Tom Hoagie got $330,000.
Which like that's
Fuck
a
yeah.
good weekend. It's a great weekend.
This is a phenomenal weekend, dude.
When thinking about the Grand Slam, also like how cool that we got to witness a Grand Slam in golf, like someone securing the Grand Slam in our lifetime. Even,
Mhm.
I mean, Tiger was the last one to do it,
And we were alive. We were just really young and didn't understand the significance.
Correct.
But yeah, so Ludwig dropping from 2nd to 7th, he lost $700,000.
Wow, that is, yeah. I mean that's a lot of money. But I also, again, I don't think he's more mad. He's probably more upset about how he played on that last hole versus losing $700,000. I mean, he's like 24 years old.
Yeah, they all compound on each other. Like he could have his back-to-back top 5 finish in the Masters, which I think is pretty unheard of, and an extra $700,000. Like I think they both suck.
Yeah,
both of those things are shitty.
Somebody who placed a large sum of money on him to finish top 5 is just pissed.
Oh my
you're
God.
angry, dude.
Yeah, that speaking of betting, I got absolutely wrecked
I won
in Prize Picks betting on the Masters.
I won $2 total. So I lost my ass, but
So you won 2 and Ludwig lost 700,000.
yep. So we're both equally pissed about 17 and 18.
Yeah. I thought the interesting thing about the Grand Slam was that it wasn't like Rory, was just like trying to win another major, and it was taking 11 years to win another major. This was to complete the Grand Slam in a tournament, the most pristine tournament of the in golf,
Mm-hmm.
and it happens one time per year.
Yep.
So he has to sit through that year after year after year for 11 years straight, wondering like, hey, if I don't play my best golf even in the first 2 days, like I'm going to have to wait another year. So like the stakes, I feel like, were so much higher because of all of that laid out.
Do you think now that Rory's finally done it, he's completed it, that he is going to change in any way? Like, or is he just going to continue to want to be can he kind of like rest now? It's like fucking Thanos when he finally snapped away half the universe. He can rest now.
I think he can finally rest now.
Yeah.
Because now really the only thing he doesn't really have anything else to prove besides winning more tournaments or winning another major or 2, whatever. That's obviously icing on the cake, but he's won every major. He finally won the Masters. I think he's going to relax a little bit now.
Yeah. I think you're right too. I genuinely think like he'll pick and choose a little bit more. He'll definitely still want to be a competitor for
and he will
quite some time.
Yeah.
Like he's going to be playing in a lot of shit still, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him like start some side stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe get more involved in some other kind of like Tiger starting like pop
pickleball or something.
No, like he started Pop Stroke and TCG, or what is it? TGL. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the guy takes a couple months off
Yeah.
just to
Nah,
fucking recoup.
Wouldn't fucking blame Shooter.
Um,
He's still Shooter McGavin to me though until that time. Shooter got his jacket.
couple Masters facts. The Masters final round averaged 12.7 million viewers on CBS. That makes it the most watched golf telecast on any network in 7 years, which 7 years ago was not 2019. 7 years ago was 2018. So I'm trying to think of what happened in 2018 to where had the most viewers.
That was after Sergio.
Yeah, and Sergio's not going to draw those numbers.
No.
2019 would make sense because Tiger won the Masters. After watching Rory do this, part of me wants to go back and watch the final round of the 2019 Masters.
2018 was Patrick Reed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
I mean,
It might not have even
out for.
It might not have even been for the Masters. It was just that makes it this year's Masters the most watched golf telecast on any network.
It could have been anything else.
Could have been
Something
anything
else.
else. Yeah. So
It was, probably Tiger's next major after winning the Masters.
Could've
Because
been
everyone was like, is he going to do it again? Like the U.S. Open?
yeah, could have been the Ryder Cup. Who knows? JJ Watt played Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
Gave an Augusta National round update on Twitter. Played from the members' tees. Sunday pins. They're playing ball in hole.
Oh, it was the 2018 Masters.
It was?
Yeah.
Weird. They're playing ball in hole. No gimmies, no free drops, etc. First 9, JJ Watt shoots 49.
No shit.
Mm.
Second 9, JJ Watt shoots 54 for a 103 at Augusta.
He's good. I missed. Did you say his handicap?
I don't know his handicap.
I think he's pretty good.
I've seen him play. I've seen him play with other YouTube golfers.
Yeah.
And he's not a slouch by any means.
This source says that JJ Watt is estimated to be around a 21 and 25 handicap.
No fucking way. I don't believe that for a second.
I mean, I could believe it until I see
him
the
shoot
score.
Yeah.
Some people are, a lot of people are very, it's saying JJ Watt claims to be a mid 20s handicap.
JJ Watt's a sandbagger.
Hasn't practiced in over a year, and people are very skeptical that he's lying about his handicap.
Yeah,
but
they're lying about one of the two things: his score or the handicap.
And the score could be handicapped as well. So it doesn't clarify that.
right, yeah.
So he shot an adjusted 105. I could believe that.
It's a good clickable thing to say he shot.
Yeah.
X, you know,
I'm not entirely sure, so I don't want to speculate because I never speculate on here.
I have something I want to bring up about the Masters.
Bring it up.
So I don't know if you guys saw this or not. So it was Jose Ballester who qualified for the Masters
dude.
by winning his first the U.S. Amateur.
Guy's toes were curling.
And he's still a senior at Arizona State University. And he wore a hat that said, it's the backwards font hat.
It's upside down.
Upside down font.
Or upside down font. And it said Sun Devils because he plays for ASU. Yep. I don't know if you saw the response.
Yeah, I
Twitter.
did.
It
was crazy.
People were like calling for this kid's head. And I can say kid because he's a senior at Arizona State and I
think it was because it was upside down.
It is.
It was like a respect thing.
But how is that disrespectful?
I don't know.
And he also like he's an amateur coming into the tournament. Obviously, he's not going to be really competing.
The thing that blows my fucking mind out of all of this is that they were way more upset about the hat than him taking a piss.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Rays Creek.
Yeah. So
fucking Rays Creek.
That's funny.
Getting the toes are curling.
So,
had to hop in Rays Creek.
So I'm digging it. So I'm seeing all these tweets right about it, or just about the hat, and I'm like, why are people so mad about this? I saw like one tweet about him taking a piss in the woods.
How do they not?
And probably 50 about the hat.
How do they not get upset about the public urination on one of the most prestigious courses on the entire planet, but they're pissed that the text on his hat for the college he attends was upside down?
It's insane.
Yeah, man. It's like these tweets are just unbelievable. This hat is disgusting. One of the worst fits in Masters history. Gasp when I saw him on broadcast. Upside down riding hat at the Masters should send you straight to jail. Hashtag shrink the game. Kick him off the tour.
How does this affect anyone?
I understand being like, if you want to come out and say you disagree, like, hey, I think the hat's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Whatever.
Well, I genuinely think the upside down Tex hats are dumb. I'm like, why?
Right.
I don't understand it. I don't get the bit.
And
I don't understand why.
It's different.
They're in right now too. Like
Right.
they're everywhere. You see them.
I'm not going to wear one, but it doesn't offend me in any way.
Mhm.
I just think it looks silly.
It's quite the insane take.
Listen though, you can take a piss in the woods or take a piss in the creek, but
In front of the patrons. It's not like he was even hidden.
But don't wear a hat with upside down font.
Yeah, I think to shake it off too, he did the helicopter, which I think that's.
Wait, was he peckered out facing patrons?
So
No, I
he
don't
was on the
think so.
creek, and I think he was
Probably
back
just
to the
went
patrons,
down.
but people could see him.
Yeah.
And
I do think he was drawing. I think he wrote his name in cursive.
I don't really know what you expect out of an Arizona State student. So
I
just saying.
Yeah, I genuinely don't. I don't have an issue with either thing he did, but it just blows my mind that the issue that people are up in arms about are the hat and not the peeing.
I know it is insane that I don't know. I feel like every year someone, whether it's every year or every major or every tournament, someone has to shed light on some sort of attire flub. So like, I don't know if it was earlier this year or last year. It was Jason Day and his sweater that he was. So Jason Day is a Malbon athlete,
Mm-hmm.
and he was wearing like this kind of ridiculous looking sweater that probably cost $250. He wore that. I want to say maybe to the Masters last year. But people were all up in arms about
Why?
this sweater because it was just kind of ridiculous looking. Yeah. So
It's just like these things don't break the dress code that is written. So, I mean, I understand people wanting to be like, I disagree. I think it's stupid, but nothing broke the dress code.
It is kind of a ridiculous sweater, but it's not like
let me see it again. Yeah.
it kind of looks like a Marlboro carton.
Yeah. It's like a cutoff sleeve sweater.
Wait, it's a sweater vest.
It's sweater vest. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is just, it's quite crazy what people will try and latch onto.
Yeah.
It's like people need something to bitch about.
Yep.
And I know we bitch our fair share on this podcast,
We do.
but that's also like what
We-
we do kind of for a job.
We do the opposite bitching though. We mostly bitch about people's bitching.
Yeah. I guess that's a good way to put it. So yeah, I mean, very memorable weekend. This is the best golf tournament I've ever watched in my entire life.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It's super fun.
You guys got to get the Masters app. What are we doing here?
Hey, I don't need the app. I watched the broadcast.
I actually think it gives you a better chance of winning the ticket lottery as well. I'm kidding. I don't know. I got the Masters app. I subscribed to the newsletter. I can't remember.
Do you have an under the table sponsorship that we don't know?
Yeah.
about?
How many times have you been drawn to go to the Masters?
I'm trying to do everything. Well, I just did this stuff as of recently. I'm trying to do everything I can to get selected in the lottery. Now, if the lottery, if it was like, okay, I will compare it to this. Like, to get an elk, moose, or bighorn sheep tag in North Dakota, it's a once in a lifetime tag. So you get the tag once, you can never get it again. The Masters is a little bit different. It's even harder to get tickets to the Masters than it is to get one of these tags because you can get them 5 years in a row if you get drawn.
Yeah.
If Masters was once in a lifetime,
Nobody gets removed from the pool ever.
Correct. Now, if it was once in a lifetime to get Masters tickets, which it kind of currently is,
It's like once every other lifetime.
I think you would maybe eventually run out of golf fans. 40,000 people per day for 4 days straight.
I think they'd fill it.
Well, eventually you're going to, 40,000 times 4 is 160,000. So 160,000 times, say, 10 years straight, that's 1.6 million. Right? Yeah, 1.6 million golf fans.
Yeah.
And if you keep if it's once in a lifetime, you keep removing.
Well, every 10 years, there's a whole new set of fans, though, too.
That is very true. So yeah, they wouldn't run out of fans.
Yeah, maybe
but
good.
maybe
So like, hey,
chance.
start not letting people back so we can get a chance.
Yeah, start stealing stand out of bunkers
Yeah.
or something. Go steal some shit, and then we might have a better chance. Okay, quick break.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had a little bit of our own Masters weekend.
We did.
Our own Masters week.
Masters Wednesday.
Yeah, Masters Wednesday last week. First round of the year.
Hell yeah, dude. And it was fucking awesome.
It was awesome, and it was awful at the same time.
No one got hurt.
No, I think I say that because what was it 2 years ago we birdie, you and I both birdie the first
Oh, you're
hole.
talking about the score. I thought you were talking about us almost getting our heads taken off multiple
Oh,
times.
well, we're gonna get there. 2 years ago, you and I at Pine de Palm, the executive course,
Yep.
Lakeview, we both birdie a par four,
Mhm.
number one.
Legit birdies, first holes of the year.
Unbelievable.
Mhm.
This year, Noah, par number one.
Mm-hmm.
I bogeyed, and I don't know, Tyler.
I think I put down a double bogey.
So if we actually if we actually count that out, one tee shot, two in the woods.
Yeah, but one of
hitting
those wood shots I used my breakfast ball on.
Well,
No, we can use it anywhere. We came up with the rules.
okay. So one off the tee, and then we'll just take one woods ball then.
Yep.
One off the tee, two in, three out. Four, were you short
4, I
or
was
long and right?
I was a tish long and right. I was about 5 yards off the green
So then 5 chip.
on.
Okay.
Two put in 6-7.
6-7. So triple.
Wow, I put down double.
Okay. Yeah. And which is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta.
Noah was in my fucking way, and
It was this whole deal. And now, well, also the craziest thing about the first round of the year this year as well. I mean, first.
No.
hole-
I one putted the first hole.
Yeah, you did.
I got
You
a card.
buried-
We
you-
played.
Oh, nice.
You know,
Okay.
he buried that. I have it on video. I
Yeah.
was looking through it.
So you
you
doubled.
buried
So I
that
did
putt.
double. Kind of.
What's even crazier is that we haven't even hit second shots yet. Noah's already talking to his fiance on the phone.
Yeah,
Which is an insane-
one shot into the golf season,
didn't-
and he's on his phone in the middle of the fairway.
I didn't ring her up. She rang me up.
You don't have.
You don't have to answer though.
Then I deal with it later.
Tell her you're working.
But you're working though.
I told her. I told her. I said, "Hey, I'm shooting stuff. I'm supposed to be recording stuff as we speak." She's like, "Oh yeah, I just wanted to let you know." I don't even remember what it was. So
So it must not have been that important. It was
It's-
fucking
it definitely
crazy.
wasn't like anything groundbreaking.
classic phone call that could have been a text.
Yes.
Very much.
Yes.
I think wives are the best in the entire planet at phone calls that could have been a text.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you don't remember the conversation. Like had it been a text, you'd remembered it because you could go back and look.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to get that figured out because things are not shaping up for you great this year on the golf course.
First round.
Hey,
We
after the first
pulled
shot.
up to our second shot.
Correct. Yeah.
You did dick your first drive though, so you had some time to wait for us to catch up to you.
Yeah, that is true.
It didn't come close.
You
to that.
parred the first hole though.
You did after that. It was a train
Hey,
wreck. But
That's all right though.
started overthinking, but hey, we have something to something positive to take out of it.
We now have our benchmark.
Yeah, and so we were out at Leonard Country Club. Course was packed.
It was.
Mhm.
It was packed, but it was moving well.
It was moving well.
We
Yeah,
had to wait a couple times, but nothing like crazy waits.
I think we had an 11:40 tee time, and it was. I'm assuming it was a lot of retired people, farmers, probably just waiting to get in the field.
Yeah, we
something
were
to do.
we were the youngest crew on there, I think, when we played our 9. Maybe another couple
think there
groups of people our age, but not many.
Yeah. And again, first round of the year, you can't really expect too much out of yourself, let alone other groups. And when I say that, where I'm getting at with that is we were in an absolute war zone.
Oh my God.
Like I'm talking like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, the original, which is the best one so far. We get on the second tee box, which is the perfect slice location for hole number 1.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like 230 yards from one's tee box and about 30 yards right.
Yeah, it's
So anybody with a slice, we are right there.
Yeah, so we roll up to tee box number 2, and we're kind of just sitting there, like getting ready, whatever, and we hear phenomenal 4 call.
Great. One of the best 4 calls I've seen executed.
It's a great 4 call, and
No,
that's you guys. That's why we yell 4.
They didn't even just hit us with just the 4. They had us the 4, and then we all kind of looked up, and then they confirmed it with a 4 right, and we're like, shit, that's us. I ducked, and if I didn't duck, I'd have got my fucking head taken.
Yeah, it landed pretty much exactly where your head, like in line with where your head was.
Yep. Because I like ran to the cart, and I was like, I'll hide behind the cart.
Yeah, it's crazy when you hear the.
Yeah, and which we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would not have felt good. That would not have been a good
dude.
start to the year because we're 1 hole in and someone damn near gets domed by a golf ball. Hopefully it wasn't a top flight because that sucker would have killed you.
It would have gone right through my head.
Yeah, it would have crushed your skull.
My kids would have grown up fatherless
Yeah,
because of that guy. But his perfectly executed 4 call saved a life.
I agree. And then we get kind of through the middle of the round. I think it's hole 5 or 6, par 3. And I fucking, you snapped one left and I snapped one left. Both had 4 calls.
On hole 2?
No, the hole 5 or 6.
Oh.
Par 3,
Yeah.
which is the pull, like the pull hook left.
Wait, before that though. So after this guy almost takes my head off, the rest of their group all hit their drives within 20 yards of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We had a couple balls in front of us.
Hitting
One
trees.
behind too. Yeah.
Yeah. One behind us. It was a war zone.
So they were all hitting pretty aggressive fades on hole 1.
Yeah.
Fast forward to hole 6. Now we're throwing darts at people.
Now we're throwing darts straight into the next tee box, which again, 2 really good 4 calls.
Yep.
Give them enough time to take cover, I guess we could say. So I think that was and not that there was karma, because if we wouldn't have yelled 4, there would have been karma would have been in play. But so we finished the par 3, we get to the next tee box, and we're back under fire.
Again,
Another great 4 call though.
yes, another good 4 call. I'm the only one out of the cart for some reason at this time.
Yep.
I ran over to the cart. It hits the cart.
Top of the cart. I think it was the top of the cart. We didn't actually we didn't really know where it hit.
Okay, so we saw where it landed from the cart though, which makes me think. So it hits the cart and then bounced like a foot away from the green.
Yeah.
So it was like a really shitty shot, like 25 yards to the left.
Membership dues were paid though.
Yeah, so I think he had to have hit the hood of the cart
Ugh, something.
because it couldn't have hit like the top of it. I think it had to have hit the front of the
Yeah.
cart and bounced
Kicked
that
right,
way.
yeah.
But anyway, just another one, which I think obviously it was the same exact guy that almost killed me on hole 1.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of goes to show his level of golf. He is really good at 4 calls,
Yes.
which means he does them a lot.
Yes.
The first hole, he had to slice it into us.
Mm-hmm.
On hole 6, he had to hook it into us.
Correct.
So homie is not only a phenomenal 4 caller, he is spraying them left and right, and not even a little bit left and right.
Yeah,
like
he
a lot left and right.
Like he may have joined the military out of high school.
Yes.
Left, right, left, right, left.
Yes.
You know. I'm trying to think of any other notables.
We talked 2 weeks prior that the first week of the golf season is the worst week to find golf balls. And I think I absolutely debunked that shit.
I think you did too.
It was apparently one of my most ice cold takes ever because I found like 45 golf balls.
Well, and see, Leonard had been open for I don't know how long, a couple days, maybe a week, probably
No longer
2 or
than a
3
week.
weeks prior.
Yep.
So in that time, if the course was flooded with players,
I found
then
all
there
their
was
balls.
there was a lot of balls that were lost.
A lot of good ones too.
A lot of good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you what, because Noah showed up, did the classic first round of the year, showed up with like 3 golf balls that he had to take out of the simulator on the
Yep.
way to the course.
Yep. I mean,
I gave you like what, 5, 6 of them
Something
at
like
the end of
that.
the round. I just
Mhm.
gave you all of the shitters,
yeah.
Yeah.
and I still
You
put
came out
15 balls in my bag,
Yeah.
and I lost a bunch too.
Yep. Yeah, you came out really, and then I was like, fuck, maybe I should start looking. I think I found 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's just you got to kind of have a knack for that type of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, we found some good golf balls. We shot a couple videos. We hit some really shitty shots.
It's some good shots too.
We also
though.
hit some very good shots, which again, those are the shots that bring you right back.
Yeah, I can't hit my fucking driver to save my if there was a gun to my head and they're like, get this driver shot in the fairway, they'd kill me. I'd be dead.
You get 10 shots to hit a ball into the fairway off the tee, or we're gonna off you.
Yeah,
I'm see ya.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you. Thank God I have life insurance.
Yeah, I there was one hole that I put it over a pond and damn near onto the green of the hole next to us.
Yeah.
Like that's how bad it was.
Yep.
But also, I think now in especially my golfing career, becoming more of a vibes/weather guy.
Mm-hmm.
Weather was really good.
That was
perfect,
dude.
Like again, how can you get upset when you're outside golfing in April?
Right.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
And we were all long sleeved up and it was absolutely perfect.
Beautiful.
Oh, it wouldn't have shed a single layer, wouldn't have added a single layer.
No.
This slight breeze. Fuck yeah, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah, we got time to get the driver dialed in, even though it never will be. So yeah, I think it's officially upon us. I know it's supposed to rain again this week.
No birdies, right?
Days. I had one birdie.
You did.
I had one birdie and one par. Everything else was single or double, or I think I had one triple in there.
Yeah, I had 2 pars the whole day. I'd had a pretty makeable birdie putt on 8 that I missed.
Which is okay. I think you're just saving it for more when you're in prime form.
Yeah, because that was that par 3 that's pretty short.
Yeah.
I think I had like a 4-footer for birdie and I missed.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of the first round of the year is one of those things where you're just trying to figure out what still sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we both understand that the driver still sucks, and also just wondering why balls are going the way that they are.
Yeah, and I gave myself a very generous 45. I didn't count a single one of my probably 5 to 6 foot wedges.
Sure.
And I didn't count one where it rolled just barely into the water.
Oh yeah.
I pulled that out. Didn't fucking count it.
No.
So realistically, I was probably in the 50s, but I put a 45 down on the card.
Yeah, and again, remember you think, oh, holy shit, you shot in the 50s, you suck. Guys, we were under fire.
We were literally fighting for our lives.
We couldn't think about golf. We could just think about if we could maybe rent a hard hat off of somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I might golf in a football helmet next time.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
Wouldn't be a bad idea at all. All right. You guys got anything else? First round of the year?
No.
Okay.
I had a fucking blast. Can't wait to do it again. Might try and get out tonight.
Yeah. Bring a speaker. Get the B-ball cart jams going.
Nope.
That's one thing. We also forgot a speaker. But that's all stuff that you kind of just learn throughout.
I forgot a lot of shit. I forgot my golf shoes, so I played in Crocs.
Yep. Forgot my shocked golf balls. The one with the blank 22 shells in them. I was going to smack a couple of those.
Yeah, you could have done that after they hit at us.
Yeah.
Just tee one up. Looks like we're hitting at them, and then they think we're shooting them.
Or because there are 3 balls in a sleeve, we each hit one like boom, boom, boom.
What the fuck?
Get down! All right, that's all we got for this week. We'll see you guys again next Wednesday. We love you all.
Love you.
Love you.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.